Kinetic energy is going to be the energy of motion. So we're talking about things moving, and this is going to be dependent on the mass and the velocity. So this is our formula, Ke, which is kinetic energy, is going to be equal to 1/2 times the mass times the velocity squared. So that velocity has to be squared first, then you can multiply by the mass, then multiply by 1/2. Or if you don't have the ability to do fractions in your calculator, you can multiply by 0.5. That's the exact same thing. Energy, this kinetic energy, is going to be in the unit joules. Energy is always measured in joules, which is a capital J. So for this example, we're going to find the kinetic energy of a 10-kilogram bowling ball that is rolling at 3 meters per second. So we have our kinetic energy is what we're looking for. So I'm going to put Ke equals question mark. That's going to be our unknown. And it says that it has a mass of 10 kilograms. So the mass is 10 kilograms. And it says that it's rolling at 3 meters per second. So that's our velocity. 3 meters per second is our velocity. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in these numbers into our equation. So our equation is Ke is equal to 1/2 times mv squared. So Ke, and I'm going to plug in my numbers here. 1/2, mass is 10, and my velocity is 3, but that has to be squared. So to solve this, the first thing I do is I square that velocity. So 3 squared is 9. That's going to be multiplied by the 10 and the 1/2. Now I'm going to do the 9 times the 10 to get 90. And then I'm going to multiply by 0.5 or 1/2. So my Ke, my kinetic energy, is equal to 45, and that's joules for the unit because energy is measured in joules.